So, hey, you, my lovely people. So, to fill you in on a little bit of what I've been through in the last couple of years. So, I was diagnosed with depression about 3 years ago. I thought it came out, but something that I was warned by my doctor is that uh, this is something that never can might not completely go out of your system ever. Uh, So once in a while, yes, so I get hormonally blue, but in a month it happens, so it's okay. Uh, but there has also been periods after the depression where I've been like completely upset for a week or so, but somehow I've been able to pull myself out of it through positive thinking, through interventions by friends, family support, so on and so forth. So for people like me who has been through depression or who are going through depression, if you have to spend time alone during quarantine, it might be very, very difficult. I understand that. I am myself trying to figure out how to do this. I live alone in an apartment at it's my university quarters. So yeah, I get to meet like one or two people in a day. I watch a lot of YouTube videos. I try to cook, but there is a lot of sitting and sulking around as well. So for 3 whole days, I was upset, and by yesterday, I was completely on the bed and I couldn't even get up. And I started thinking of all the bad things in my life, and somehow I was able to push myself out of it. I think my grandma called me in the morning, then my sister and my mother called me in the morning, and uh, they talked to me. So it really, really helped. But I sort of took a resolution to somehow push myself out of this mode. So those of you who are hearing me who have some kind of mental depression or who feeling even a little blue, let's try to get out of this because I believe that there has to be a way out. This 20 days or so is something that's very real. There is no way that we can get out of this by willing it away. So we have to find creative ways in which we can use this time so that we don't slip back into the blue. Um, so yeah, I understand that even if you're cooped up somewhere with your family, that can also be very, very difficult because sometimes being around family can be the most triggering thing for you if you have depression. So I'm also very aware of that. So maybe it's time to for you to talk to your family about depression being an actual disease. That it's something like the common flu or a minor physical disease that you can get, and only through counseling and proper medication sometimes can you get out of it. Do talk to them about certain trigger points that you have, and you know them better than me. For me, there are certain things which are trigger points. So I try to tell people what it is. I try to warn all my friends that I do have this. I try to stay away from certain kinds of movies which has gender violence in that, which might trigger certain kinds of emotions in me. So whatever is your trigger point, do talk about it so that they don't set you off. At the same time, try to also have positive conversation. I know this is very easy to say, but try to do it. Watch comedies on Netflix, on Amazon Prime. Try doing things creative. Maybe we can together come up with a list of things that we can do. I've sort of made up a plan to write something every day, to paint something, to clean a bit. I don't know whether all of this will work, but I really, really do hope it will. Maybe if you and I can sort of be each other's support system, this might work. I am certainly hoping so. Uh, so let's hope that after 20 days that we'll come out as better versions of ourselves. Here to fighting the quarantine with positivity and not succumbing to depression.